The phone charger is a brilliant invention in modern life, where smartphones have become an essential tool. Chargers that no longer work are often considered waste, but they still hold potential for reuse or recycling. Instead of throwing them away, you can take them apart to salvage the still functioning components. Old chargers can become a treasure trove for your DIY projects. Let's get started. I'll try using a different charger to help identify which part is actually damaged. When using a different charger, the phone charges as usual, which clearly indicates that the issue lies within the original charger. This suggests that the internal components of the faulty charger, such as the circuit board or power converter. And now that we've confirmed the issue lies inside, let's start recycling this old charger to make use of any components that are still functional. First, I'm going to take this charger apart to see what's inside and check which components can still be reused. I'm going to keep the circuit board so I can repurpose it for another DIY project later on. Now I'm going to work on reshaping the charger's outer shell, giving it a new purpose by transforming it into the body of a small welding tool. The two plug prongs can also be repurposed. By carefully removing the metal parts, you can salvage solid and conductive materials that are perfect for use in other DIY projects, especially where sturdy connectors or terminals are needed. They're surprisingly handy. You can find old charger casings in many ways. Sometimes broken or unused chargers are lying around in your home, forgotten in drawers or storage boxes. You can also ask friends or family members if they have any old chargers they no longer use. Thrift stores, electronic repair shops, or e-waste collection points are also great places to look. Many people discard broken chargers that still have perfectly usable casings. Next, I'm going to drill 2 holes into the charger casing. These holes will be used to mount components or allow wires to pass through as part of the welding device I'm building. Watch the video until the end, and let me know which method you like the most. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. I have 2 TV antenna connectors, and I'm going to mount them into the holes I just drilled. These connectors will serve as terminals for the welding wires, making it easier to attach and remove them during use. I'm going to remove the inner plastic parts of the connector to hollow it out. This will make room for the metal contact and allow it to function properly as a terminal in the welding setup. I'm going to straighten out these two metal prongs because they got slightly deformed earlier when I applied too much force while removing them. I prepared two air hose connectors that screw perfectly into the antenna connectors. These will serve as secure and durable terminals for connecting wires or other components in the welding device. Alright, now it's time to work on the wires. Strip off the end of each wire to expose the copper strands. Be careful not to cut the wires themselves. Repeat the same process with the other wire. Attach it just like the first one to ensure both connections are secure and consistent. Now I'm going to securely attach the connectors to the charger casing. This step will complete the external setup and prepare the casing to hold all the components in place for the welding device. Insert the two wires through the antenna connectors so they come out inside the casing. Then take the other ends of the wires and thread them through the holes you drilled earlier in the charger casing. Repeat the same steps with the blue wire. Insert it through the connector and guide the other end through. Now, let's tidy up and secure any excess copper wire to keep everything organized. Extend this copper wire a bit so that later, when we attach the soldering tip, it will fill the gap and help hold the tip more firmly in place. These are old batteries. I'll repurpose the graphite rod from old batteries to make the soldering tip. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity and has a high melting point, making it a great choice for this project. Now, let's disassemble the battery to extract the graphite rod inside. I'll sharpen one end to improve the welding contact point. Prepare two identical pieces like this. They will serve as the two soldering tips for the device, allowing it to create a complete circuit for spot welding. Now I'm going to install the two battery cores. First, to set up the power source. As for the two metal prongs in the charger, I'll save them for the next step, where they'll be used to complete the connection or act as terminals. Next, I'll attach the remaining ends of the wires to two alligator clips. These clips will make it easy to connect and disconnect the device from different components or power sources during use. Now I'll carefully close the charger casing, making sure all the internal components and wires are properly positioned and secure. Once the cover is snapped or screwed back into place, the homemade welding device is complete. It's compact, functional, and built almost entirely from repurposed materials, ready for light welding tasks or small DIY repairs. Let's prepare a motorcycle battery. It has a voltage of 12V, which is enough to power this welding machine. Connect the red wire to the positive terminal and the blue wire to the negative terminal. Now I'll test it with two razor blades. When using the welding machine to join two razor blades, it delivers a quick and focused burst of heat through the copper tips. As soon as the alligator clips make contact with the blades, you'll see a small spark, and the edges of the blades begin to fuse almost instantly. The welding machine provides just enough heat to bond the thin metal surfaces without deforming them, making it an effective tool for small-scale spot welding tasks. Now that the welding machine is working, I'm going to make a small modification. I'll remove the two battery cores and replace them with the two metal prongs from the old charger. These two metal prongs provide a more powerful and stable current compared to the battery cores. Because of their strength, they're better suited for welding larger or thicker metal parts, where more heat and energy are required to create a solid bond. This DIY welding machine is a creative and practical way to repurpose old charger parts and simple materials. Despite its compact size, it's capable of performing light to medium-duty spot welding tasks, especially when equipped with strong metal prongs. Whether you're working with razor blades or larger metal pieces, this homemade tool proves that with a bit of ingenuity, everyday electronic waste can be turned into something truly useful. It's not just about saving money. It's about making the most of what you have and learning valuable skills along the way. What do you guys think? Do you like this idea? Don't forget to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.